Hello, thank you for joining our episode today. It's just liveries, right, Dad?
Yeah, it's just liveries, and we're a little bit late. So the two people who watch us, we apologise because my son's been ill this week. So
I
we're
was,
our
yeah.
two viewers are going to be have missed out on this video.
Oof. So, well, it's going to be a back-to-back special, 2 episodes in 1 week, guys.
So the two of you will be really happy about this.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be a good time. So yeah, liveries. I don't know if we want to need to get into like historical liveries. The only one that's really historical is Ferrari this year.
Yeah,
Um, their reveal wasn't it just a video, 3D
yeah.
graphic video?
It's the everyone's reveal has been. We're just going to show them pictures and as a graphic.
Well, not everyone.
Well, the
Like
only part from Red Bull.
Red Bull did a presentation, Stake F1 did a presentation.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Valtteri
Even
Bottas.
Mercedes looked like they'd done it in somebody's garage.
Well, and that's the thing about Mercedes is it's like people give the compliments to that one because we're going very fast through these, but the Mercedes one was 3D graphic, and
Yeah,
so the black looked really good in the render. Does it look good in person? I
yeah.
don't know about that yet. Ideally, though, like the color blending on a lot of the cars, I think the richer teams, Red Bull, Mercedes, did a really good job with it. I'm a little disappointed in McLaren's, but maybe it's just more honest with what it looks like.
Well, I actually no, I disagree. I like the McLarens.
It's a lot of black, though. It's a lot of
Yeah,
just
but
exposed black.
they were hiding the whole bottom side of their car.
Oh, that's a good point. They blacked it out
They
in a way.
blacked it out
That's smart.
because
Yeah.
apparently they've got something special on the edge of the floor. And if you notice the Red Bull, they were something similar as well.
And
They've hidden
Mercedes in
their
a
eye.
way because they had it very dark on the bottom. And
No,
I mean, let's be honest, we don't know what these cars are going to look like until the testing starts.
no, till after the testing's finished.
Well, the Ferrari
But
promo was like it cool, very cool. I love the
cinematic.
cinematic render that they did, where it shoots it across all the cars,
Mm.
and it's like they drug a camera across their car essentially through a 3D render. Oh, cool! Doesn't mean anything. Thank you for
No,
wasting a minute of my time. I'll see it in Bahrain.
the funniest bit about their
Is it
presentation.
really going to have that much red? Maybe.
Yeah, but
Probably not.
did you see where they were doing the tire stop with science?
The tire stop?
Yeah, they in their presentation
Well, I remember
they
seeing
had
signs.
they had science coming in within the car, whoop, to do a tire stop, and they messed up the front left wheel.
Rough start for Ferrari, but get the bad reps out of get that get the bad televised reps out of the way.
It was a
Oh,
3.4 second stop.
I must have missed their launch event
Yeah,
because
maybe it's another one they produced afterwards. I saw it this week.
okay,
It
because
was
I
so,
all I remember was seeing that 3D render.
yeah,
So
because it made me laugh so much.
was there more black on the car when he was driving it?
No, it looked red on, totally
Very
red on
very
top.
red, and on the
Mm.
sides and everything.
You couldn't see, it was just an overhead view and show them fumbling the front tire.
Ooh. Ooh, so
Fumbling
it's
the
like
front tire.
is this a live stream or were they pre-recording?
And it was pre-recorded as well. You know, why they didn't do cut, take.
Hey guys, we're gonna do 20 takes and we're gonna give the one that's 1.8 seconds. What do we think? No. Here's Ferrari. Oh, guys, we made a 3.4.
Oh,
Whoa!
right.
Whoa! Watch out, Red Bull
They
3.4.
went to Australia and he went, she'll be right. Right? She'll be
Should be
right.
alright.
But let's start with Haas.
Yeah, Haas. They went what from white to black.
That's it. That's Haas.
Haas white to
But I
black.
think
It looks better. It does. I won't lie. It looks, but they've essentially went. Ooh. Mercedes isn't going black this year. We're going to be the black car this year. If you want to think about it big picture, they went. Oh. Mercedes is going to go back to Silver Bullet. I'm going to Haas.
Well, the thing was, and I think, but maybe Haas is also included because they just copy Ferrari. Every other car has now gone to pull rod, push rod for the suspension.
Okay, so you're talking more the engineering side of this.
Yeah, they've all gone to the Red Bull suspension philosophy,
Sure.
which is, I think, it's pull rod at
Pull,
the front,
push, yeah.
push rod at the back. Apart from
Push, pull.
Ferrari, who's left it the same way as they had last year, and I assume then Haas has done the same because
Copying Ferrari.
they just buy what they can from Ferrari.
Oh, could we have your latest prototype? No, here's the old one from 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. So that could be detrimental for Ferrari for all their suspension design.
Well, I mean, you could say detrimental, but at the end of the day, hey, Red Bull's tried some new things and oh, their car sucks. It probably doesn't because they've driven it around. Let's be honest.
They've been driving it since 2022.
Yeah,
that suspension.
That suspension, the aero now also being thrown in there. They're slamming away on testing, right?
Yeah, let's not jump back to the top teams. Let's go to the. So next we've got Strike. Is it F1?
Stake F1. Stake being the gambling website. Hey guys, if you want to go gamble on stake.com.
Yeah. And we don't get any money from this, but
by the way,
viewers,
you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes, but come gamble.
Yeah. But we can't show those adverts and names in Switzerland because it's illegal.
Wait, so do you think Stake F1 goes barcode?
They mostly have to cover it up.
I wouldn't hate it.
No.
I would like that. A little throwback bar design. Are you kidding me? The Marlboro. Didn't they have Marlboro? I don't know. I didn't smoke them. Marlboro. I thought it was so cool as a kid seeing like the piano essentially on the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Well,
tacky, but I'd love that.
And you had the John Player special.
Wait, there's a race in Switzerland?
No, but they can't broadcast that name for Swiss. In Switzerland. They can broadcast it out of Switzerland, but not in Switzerland.
Now I feel stupid.
Anyway, it was black and green.
I was like, wait, Austria.
It was.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
No, it was too black.
It stands out. Now, my only problem is I forgot to check the Aston Martin one. So my question to you is the green different from
the Aston Martin? Aston looked like last year's car.
So Aston looks like last year's. So Stake F1 is like glow in the dark green. I think it's cool. And it glows in the dark as well, that paint. So I think it's pretty cool in a lot of ways.
Then we got the credit card.
Visa Cash App Red Bull. Visa Cash App Racing Bull. Racing RB.
So we got
Visa Cash App RB.
They had a good presentation.
Top down, like very top to bottom, cool looking car. On the side,
black.
Oh no, this is one of the 2 painted cars that we have. Fully painted, and that's probably why a lot of people think it's like, whoa, that car looks pretty cool. The Ferrari is rendered as fully painted. You've seen the top.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And the other thing is...
it's got this weird white stripe on the side that's a bit too big. If it gets filled up with sponsors, I think that would look cool.
And it's also very much looking like a Red Bull.
I didn't even think about looking at it like that. I looked at it just for the...
RB19 Red Bull.
Oh, so like last year's design.
Well, they've got all the last year's suspension, gearbox. It's
going to be a pretty good car.
So Red Bull as it can be.
It's wow. So that team's going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Or it's going to, you know what? It's going to build on top of last year's design. That's all it's going to do. And Red Bull was like, all right, we thought we extracted as much out of it as possible. If you guys want to keep going with the experiment, go right ahead. Just remember, we're in 2 different offices, you and I.
Yeah. You're 10
This
feet down the,
this
down
two
the
minute
corridor.
this 2 minute walk from this chair right here to your
Yeah.
chair. Remember, we work at different places.
Yeah. It's a hypothetical wall between us.
Yeah. We might see each
Well,
other at the bathroom sometimes.
yeah. But we're not going to talk work.
No. Of course not. Hey, what's bothering you? Well, it's you're an engineer, right? You might help me with this.
Do you know how you could sort of get rid of the airflow around it? Oh, well, why haven't you tried this?
Oh, you know what I would do? Now, don't tell anyone this, but you know what I would do?
Don't take my advice on this. But I would sort of put your veins here, and you'll be fine with your airflow underneath.
I didn't say anything, but we would love to vacation with your family later this year. Remember, that's on you though.
In Italy.
Yeah, in Italy, and we don't see each other during the whole vacation.
Yeah.
Deal. We still got a place for you.
Then we've got Alpine with its blue and pink.
Alpine. I think it's the ugliest one. It's the worst. It's literally the worst. It's like, hey, you know how we're going with the 2 ugliest colors? You know how we're trying this pink blue thing? And it just, we can't get the right pigments together.
And we're going to have 10 races with pink, and then
we're gonna barely put that on this car, and it's gonna be mostly carbon fiber. We're doing minimum paint on this thing. It's ugly. It's just a shell.
You talk about minimum paint. The Williams.
Is it?
Yeah, that's very black.
It is.
And it's a black and a dark blue. And then he's got his.
But is it like Red Bull where their color is already such a dark blue that it kind of blends the black away?
Yeah, but there's very little blue in it, to be honest. They put a dividing line around the Duracell battery with blue, and that's about it.
Williams livery
24.
I mean, what I've got from it is it looks just like last year's.
Yeah, but last year's was very black as well.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how I thought about it. Like, oh, it's the same car color. I saw a picture of it. I was like, same thing.
Yeah.
It's this weird bluish. Williams, McLaren. You said you liked it. I think the orange that they've gone with in however long they've been orange is a good orange to stand out, and I think it always will look fabulous.
But they have used a lot of black on it, or plain carbon fiber.
Yeah, but
it goes with it.
A lot of cars are doing it, and it's all on that same part of the car, which tells you they know a lot of the aero work happens at the lower part of the body. The stuff up top, not so much.
But
because isn't that weird thing on the Red Bull? Isn't that painted?
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, you can do.
I don't know if that means anything.
They stop doing all this carbon fiber. The FIA can turn around and go. One of the rules is the bodywork must be 95% paint.
Well, here's the thing, right? Formula One is the sport known for so much money. In modern hypercars, you have colored carbon fiber. You like no more black at all. No pure black carbon fiber anymore.
Yeah, they can put.
You must throw a pigment into it. It's by itself. You need to cover every part of this car with color.
Yeah, I think that would be. Either you make it black.
Yeah, but then we're the black team. Shiny coat of paint. You get a shiny livery. You don't get just matte black carbon fiber.
Yeah.
And I
think that's be the way to do it, because let the cars look this, because you're now going to see effectively when you're looking on track.
You're seeing rolling ads.
Yeah, you've seen ads and mainly black cars fly past.
Top down views, sure, or where you can see more of the top of the car, sure. And honestly, we're not going to have a problem. We're going to get used to seeing what we see, knowing how the cars look different. We'll figure it out just like how people can watch hockey and golf. People figure
Yeah,
out where the stuff is going and whatever. Um, that said, I think just on principle, you look at Formula One cars throughout history, and it's always these super vibrant colored cars standing out. Hey, look at this.
yeah,
And
because
the problem I find with NASCAR is every week, or there's like sometimes they have a sponsor for 3 weeks or 3 races, not the whole season. So
yeah,
they
and they
have
change the color
the
schemes.
color schemes changes pretty much every race because of the sponsors, which that
Is it because they have
makes
it on wraps? Do you think? Just rip it all off and put it back on again?
I don't know how they do it. It probably is wraps, yeah. Um, but
Because
NASCAR is very standardized, so it's like every team. That's the problem. Like if you standardize the thing with Formula One with all the paint, no one gets a competitive advantage, and the cars look how
yeah,
they look. So NASCAR, every car is essentially the same with minimal tuning. Obviously, NASCAR is a sport known for fine tuning the rules and whatnot. But I hate that it changes color every race.
yeah.
Formula One is like this is the iconic red car, blue car, marble or red and white car.
Basically, unless there's a different sponsor's name on it, what you start your color scheme, what you start the season with, you end the season with. Now you can put
Yeah,
different sponsors on it,
yeah,
names,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but basically they can't say,
Color,
"Oh, I've got a red car today and I'll have a blue car tomorrow and whatever."
and
Not allowed.
I don't want to harp on NASCAR, but it's just the contrast in color stuff and philosophy with commercials.
Yeah, because
Formula One is cool in motorsport because it's stuck to this is the car color rotating ads.
yeah. But anyway, next car, Aston Martin.
Same, you said it was the same, right?
It look basically the same. They've got now again. They've got the suspension because they got from Mercedes. They've gone the same suspension as Red Bull now, and because that helps better for the anti-dive geometry and the airflow
yeah,
into the car.
yeah, I think so
But
too. But I
on
feel,
most of the other thing is on most of them, if you look at the front wings, they've all changed the front wing concept.
just a little
At
bit,
one
right?
at one time, the front wing was right away and into the nose. Red Bull started it with the gap under the nose
Yeah,
for the first line,
yeah.
and then the second. But now they've got the second one under. So they're all experimenting on how to
The
get the air
nose, yeah,
from the nose through. The Mercedes could be banned their wing because
too
their
much.
design, again, like they did last year, it's got too much outwash.
So they've already got engineering problems,
Well,
or you're
it,
saying
it
their wings technically will.
there's an article. There's a YouTube article with Peter Windsor where he's talking to an aerodynamics, and he says it looks legal, but it's going to ask people are going to ask questions because the whole purpose of the front wing design with the side pieces on and everything is so you've got
Stop
minimal
the yeah,
outwash. And the way they've designed the wing now is going to promote outwash. So their cars are going to be more difficult to follow and pass.
yeah. But does that kind of aerodynamic help you go faster?
We will see because it's going to be out for the testing, that's for sure.
Right. It's like holding a I don't know. I was about to try an analogy, but I'll stop myself
Yeah,
from trying a aerodynamics analogy.
yeah, because it really is your field, isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about to try something and it sounded like it was going to sound really cool in my head. And I was like, no, because in about 30 seconds that would go bad.
So that's Aston Martin, we've done McLaren. So it's the top three now. Ferrari,
Ferrari, which
it looks
three?
gorgeous.
We already talked
The
about it,
rendering.
but bad pit stop. Do a second take. It's not like we're using film anymore. It's a digital camera with gigabytes of
Can you
just
imagine?
film another take.
Yeah. Can you imagine Lewis Hamilton going, oh, and I'm going to go there next year?
I don't know if science convinced I don't that's like science paid off some people like
Like this on the wheel.
guys what we're gonna do, right? Oh, could you imagine? Science is like, they're screwing me. I love you guys. Let's make a video together. Let's do a bad pit stop and put it, and it's like more of our livery logo, and then just post it. Dude,
No.
social media person, come on. I'm
No,
Carlos. Remember me?
They'd just go, as they're trying to get the wheel gun on, they go, with the steering. Miss me!
Dude, Carlos is just trolling him.
I just hope he gets a good seat next year. I think he will.
Oh, well, it depends. Can he, with this new adversity, do another good season?
Well, he ain't going to be a team player, is he?
Or is he?
He's going to be out there showing how good he is.
Oh, you think he's going to go all out to try and embarrass Leclerc? Oh, I would. Yeah. I think if you were a man in that spot, you're going, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I still have this seat right now, and I'm going to embarrass your little wonder boy that you signed this multi-year contract with. Watch this.
And you turned around and effectively said, he's better than me. Well, bye-bye, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, there was always speculation that Sainz is going to go to Audi, but I mean, hopefully that works for him.
It could be.
Valtteri's not going to be there.
No, it also could be Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in 26,
Aston got, or like my prediction,
Red Bull.
Although I think Checo might be locked in this year. I have a good feeling that Checo's going to have a good season.
And if he has a good season, he'll be there for the season after.
Exactly. Why ruin the combo if it's working?
Yeah. Okay, so that's Ferrari and the
Mercedes. I think Mercedes is a good one to talk about.
Yeah, Mercedes have basically done a
reverted clone, back.
Apart from his front wing, they've done a clone of the Red Bull.
They do look very similar. I won't lie.
From the front wing.
Yeah, and you know what? Does Mercedes have that weird little thingy that Red Bull had?
What weird little thingy?
Okay.
I was talking to your mother.
As you go up the car, right?
Yeah. You mean the cutout under the...
Right here on the new Red Bull. Okay, hold on. Right here on the new Red Bull.
Yeah.
They have these
little
like squid almost. Well, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you describe shape? It's like these little.
They've got two engine covers over the bank of the engine, which is very Mercedes-like from last year.
And then does Mercedes have that same little thingy? Cool. Okay.
That's like Red.
I'm not even joking. That was their flex. That was like, look at this. We have this thing that no other car has. Yeah. They emphasized it too.
If you look at how they've done the air intake, the profile, it's almost as if they've been able to 3D render the Red Bull side pod design.
Probably could have. And I think most teams copied the Red Bull side pod very quickly anyway.
But they've even got the long inlet.
Yeah.
And it's strange that the Red Bulls has gone more to the Mercedes type inlet and top engine cover.
Which will be interesting, because does that mean Mercedes has closed the gap somewhere?
No, I think it means because Mercedes have gone away from that. I think it's Red Bull because the fin that they had at the back, that's totally different this year on the Red Bull.
Right, that's what I was talking about.
So, but Mercedes had the normal type fin in last year. So there was I think Adrian Newey's gone, guys, I think we need to look at something like this.
Yeah.
And they've done the test because, but we'll get to Red Bull in a second.
Yeah, true.
I like the Mercedes color scheme. I like the silver down the front.
I think two things. I think
Only two.
it's almost like the last minute change livery,
Yeah.
right?
Screw
They
Lewis
they
Hamilton.
probably had a black design, and Lewis Hamilton went to Ferrari and they said, "Give me a fucking silver stripe right down that goddamn middle." Sorry,
We've been
oops.
we've been
Gosh darn.
we've been the silver arrow since Adolf's time.
Yes. White Kanye West.
Yeah.
As we say nowadays, white Kanye West.
Yeah. But so they want. I think they want to go, and I think you'll see 2025 back to full silver.
I think so too. Like I said, cool design, silver line with the classic kind of like sea greenish blue, right? That extra little accent, but then it does go very black at the bottom.
But where they had the Ineos on the air intake on the sides, they've done in it. They said it's what is it? A Toro Rosso red. That's the color of it. Toro Rosso red.
Out of spite, or?
No, but that's the name of the color they've used for that red for Ineos.
That's an odd coincidence. Do you think they knew that, or do you think the graphic designer's like, what do you think? What do you guys think? A little red? They go, beautiful, send it in. and the FIA goes, all right, let's put that in our Photoshop. Go, boop. Ooh, same pigment as Toro Rosso. That's Toro Rosso red. Put it out in the media. Tell the people that they fucked up.
So, but
I think it looks cool.
So maybe with the suspension change, which obviously Aston Martin have got because they use the rear suspension and front suspension from Mercedes.
Yep.
They'll have gone the same. Maybe they've got better control of the rear of the car this year, which would be good for them.
I'm hopeful. I do hope that Mercedes brings it to Red Bull this year. I hope someone does. That said,
I want to see the racing.
That said,
you want Max to win.
Of course, I want Max to win, but now we need to talk about the Red Bull because you look at every single other car and you see the paint job and you're like, ooh, the paint job. When I see the Red Bull, I see a car livery that I'm already used to. So I'm looking at what the car has. And this thing just looks like a, beast. But also, all the cars just kind of look like Red Bull from last year. And then this Red Bull just looks like it's got chunky little side pod. Like, I'm going to fight the freaking win. Strong, very strong looking.
You can see the Red Bull and go, just at a glance, that's a Red Bull.
Oh yeah, it's iconic livery at this point, and they celebrated 20 years this with their livery launch.
And
it's an iconic design.
Did you see Matt and Tommy's P1 presentation?
I watched that video. Yeah.
All the cars which had been rendered behind.
Oh, I didn't see the whole video. I kind of scrubbed through it.
Yeah, it looks like they've got all their cars for the 20 years behind them, and it's just renderings, but it looks like they're actually there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so, but it's always that yellow nose with the iconic Toro Rosso red and yellow on the top. And the navy blue is so dark and well blended with black, which is just exposed carbon fiber. There's a lot of black apparently on this car. And you just don't see it because they've done a really good job with the paint job.
But
that's the proper way to introduce black if you want to have it.
That's the way. But I say, to me, it's the only car that's instantly, apart from Ferrari, to be fair, red. The Ferrari, if it's like that in reality, you can always see a Ferrari. But I remember last year looking at the Mercedes and looking at the Aston Martin. and in certain shots you couldn't tell which was which until you got a
Mm.
bit closer, because there was a darkish green Mercedes that Aston Martin had used, and from a distance it looked almost black, so it looked like the Red Bull or the Mercedes.
I think a lot of cars look too black nowadays, and
Yeah,
that's a problem. Definitely with film cameras or the cameras that they use. Black is, you know, I remember seeing some shots of the Mercedes last year, and the way they done their paint at certain angles in the sun. Let's say it's really shining on it, and you see it through a camera. It looked black still,
yeah.
and so I feel like it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, I can't really spot that car right away unless there's a
Well,
graphic telling me who's doing things.
and the other thing
It's
is,
just,
unless you can, you can never see the numbers very clearly
no, not really,
until
unless they have the
we get
good
a
camera
close-up shot.
where the car is
Yeah,
static but moving.
yeah. So if they're all going to be black, make them put the old big fashioned roundels on the car with the numbers in them.
Round
That
it.
roundels, the big circular numbers they had on the 60s cars.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
so, so
Yeah.
you can see, because, you're going to be all black, every one of you.
Yeah.
We've got to be able
We
to
got to
tell the
figure out who
number.
you guys are, who the drivers
Yeah.
are at least. Yeah.
Oh, you can see the crash helmet. Yeah, you see that little bit of the crash
Oh,
helmet.
you don't see. Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah, as it
see.
goes flying past at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh, you see this gigantic thing and a little speck of a human being inside of it? Going, yeah,
So
like you
I
said.
think that's the F1, the FIA have got to step in, and make
Yeah.
it so the cars are recognizable again.
I think they messed up by allowing it to get to this point. And it's almost like as soon as
Well,
it started with the livery reveals, they've been like people have been talking about it through this. Wow, there's a lot of black on those cars. The rumor mill is going, right? But now it's like, why can't we enforce more paint? But the liveries have already been revealed. So if
but
they want to do it, they need to get it done before testing for this year. If it's not, it's grandfathered.
at one time, colors were assigned to a country initially.
Country?
Yeah,
Okay.
like you have the British racing
Oh,
green, that's assigned
for
to Britain
drivers.
for the cars.
Oh, for the car teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you had Germany with silver. Now you think, oh, Italy, red. No, it should be a light blue. The red was assigned to
Mm.
America, and they never got into Formula One, so they were never. Then
And
so
so they picked the red at
the
some point.
Ferrari went, screw you, we like the red, and picked it.
They were like, yeah, okay, cool. And now
So every
Alpine's
country had
stuck with it.
Alpine stuck with gay pink and
Yeah, gay
light
pink and
blue.
light blue. It's like, oh, come
Oh,
on.
we're going to get told off for that.
No, because it is gay pink and blue. I think if a gay person saw this and then looked at the car liveries and went, all right, yeah, of all the colors out there, it's probably the gayest pink and blue.
Yeah. So I'm looking for
Objectively,
testing this
objectively.
week, testing next week.
That's like we're running out of stuff to talk about. Not necessarily, we could talk forever, but like the big topics leading up to a season, they're all kind of like addressed. Da, da, da. We're just waiting for it to go. And I'm pretty sure the way they do is Netflix drops their Drive to Survive the week before testing, maybe even the week of testing, and the season begins. So it'll be fun to talk about Drive to Survive. You should watch it.
Oh yeah, but I've never been into Drive to Survive.
Well,
It's
you're an F1 podcaster now. You got to consume all the F1 media.
yeah, but it's like watching Harry and Meghan.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? It's Formula One reality TV. Come on, give it a little respect.
Oh, by the way, talking about Formula One.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, the F1 TV put the bloody prices up.
Oh, well, thanks for getting it.
Oh no, but what I've done is instead of having it on a monthly charge,
Yearly?
I decided to do yearly, and it's now cost me less.
Oh, there you go.
So, good tip for everyone. If you want to reduce your F1 costs, do it yearly.
hey, if you want to subscribe to any kind of membership, the one with the most money and one time payment, that's going to save you the most money. There you go.
Yeah. And they don't give us any money either.
Quick maths.
They're not even subscribed to us
Not yet.
with our
Not
in-depth comments.
not fucking yet. I will say though, I watched the NASCAR Drive to Survive, which is something else. It's called something completely different.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool because I don't know a lot about it. And
Where's the NASCAR on?
Netflix. It's
Oh,
on
I'll have a look
Netflix.
then.
It's pretty good, and it goes right into the NASCAR playoffs. And so NASCAR essentially races all year round, and then it accumulates to the end of the year with points and whatnot, race wins and points. And so then there's a top 12, and they have races with everyone in them, but races, and then they keep going until it's like a round of 8, round of 4, and then it's the final 4. It's pretty cool, and they've done a good job. They show you like, hey, this guy's a superstar, but he's never won a championship, and then this is the young guy that's like new and blah blah. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, and a quick rumor.
Ooh,
The quick rumor for 2025 is Mick Schumacher, Mercedes.
really?
Yeah. All depends on how he does his year with Alpine in their racing. But it's not Formula One, obviously. It's their
Hmm.
sports car racing.
I don't hate that for him. I that's cool. I'm rooting for Mick. I hope he crushes it because that's something really cool. You know, um, the connection of his dad and then him with that team would be so cool. And for it to work out in a favorable, just cool to watch to see it happen way. It's just like it's just make something go full circle. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah, I hope so because I think he got a raw deal with Haas.
I thought he did good in Haas. Like people gave him crap for being in. I would watch him and like, oh, Mick's in 6th place. Oh, it's everyone's going in for pits, but he was out on medium. So why is he coming in so early? What was that strategy? Oh, and then Haas would just let the race fall apart. It's just like,
Yeah,
look, we make fun of Ferrari's strategy, but Haas was doing Mick dirty sometimes.
and a lot of that strategy, unfortunately, came from Gunther.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully because they've moved on from him, so hopefully for Haas things do get better. But
Yeah.
God, like I remember, I think it was Zandvoort. Zandvoort, Mick was having a good race, is in the pack with the Haas. Hey, I'm in the front of the pack. Goes for an early pit stop on tires that are more durable than everyone else, and then
Gunther lives near you as well.
not anymore.
Yeah.
Get out, you Kraut.
Well, I think it is North Carolina he lives, and
you're not part of the team anymore. Get it. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that?
Well,
they were the bad guys, right? So you're allowed to say Kraut.
Well, it just means cabbage in English.
Well, right. It just means cabbage in British.
And Americans came up with it.
Yeah, sauerkraut, kraut.
Yeah.
It's just a war reference to the bad Germans.
Bad cabbage as well.
Bad cabbage as well.
Never been good cabbage.
No, not really. It's the poor man's lettuce.
But broccoli now, that's another world.
Oh, that's great. Just little trees grown in a lab.
Little bonsai trees.
They're cute. I like broccoli. Yeah. I've always liked broccoli.
Yeah, I like giving your grandma tiny Brussels sprouts to peel.
Ugh, Brussels sprouts suck.
Yeah, but you get the tiny ones, they're sweet.
I don't care. Oh, sweet crap. Love it.
Plus, it was fun to watch your grandma complain.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I just feel like during a Christmas dinner, during like a Thanksgiving dinner, I don't get why anyone would eat it. Sprout.
Hey, do you notice I didn't cook them this year?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't eat them. Anyway, but
But I
like
didn't cook
I'll
them
have
either.
mashed potatoes, carrots, peas,
Roast
yam,
potatoes,
roasted potatoes. I'll have all that. I ain't gonna
cranberry sauce,
eat
ham, turkey,
ham, turkey, pie,
booze,
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 booze.
booze.
More.
I enjoy going home because I drink more than I ever do. Like,
Yeah.
wow, fully stocked, guys.
Not
for
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 long.
me. While I have this week off, I'm drinking.
And tonight, because my birthday, your mum's drinking. Your mum isn't drinking. I am, and she's driving.
Oh, where are you going? Oh, out, of
I told
course.
you, out.
You getting hammered?
No, we're going to get hammered.
Come
But,
on, get a little tequila in you, huh?
oh no, I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to have a few beers,
Uh,
and I might have some.
tequila?
No, I might have some Tullamore Dew.
You're going to a Mexican food place.
I'm paying for it, even if your mum pays the bill.
I don't think a Mexican food place is gonna have. Well, okay, I don't want to stereotype Mexican food places, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have Irish whiskey.
I bet you I can.
I'm sure you could ask for tequila and get the best stuff they
In
have.
Brussels,
Dude,
that's like going to Brussels, the
going
best fish restaurant in Brussels, and having a steak,
exactly.
which I did.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think the Red Bull livery is really cool, and it looks like a beastly car.
Yeah,
And I think it's going to be very fast and exciting, and
but
hopefully
I'm hopefully it's going to
slow.
be closer.
Hopefully slow, and then they're going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Well, they're just putting out the RB90.
Give us the RB9. Give us the Visa Cash App card back, and take the paint off. Could you imagine? It's just like they only wrapped it. They're like, fine. Get the fucking paint off. Oh, sorry guys. But yeah, I think all the car colors underwhelming this year.
Oh, the other one final thing on the Red Bull, we saw them at Silverstone with wet rain tires on. They were not the standard Pirelli rain tires.
Wait, what? We saw them. We saw the actual car.
There was a little video of them going around Silverstone. This week.
Oh.
Doing it because every team has taken their cars for a run somewhere just to iron out a few of the bugs. And they went around Silverstone and it was wet. Mercedes, when they did it, was wet as well. But Red Bull for sure were not using the standard Pirelli rain tires. They're using specials.
Well, okay. Just a random conversation. Why wouldn't it be cool if teams got to design their own tires?
No.
Oh, but you're telling me like, okay, we're in kind of rain, right? We're in kind of rain. Now all of a sudden it comes down to how good is your wet weather tire that you designed. That would be cool to me.
They didn't at one time.
You just went, no.
At one time they used to put the treads on the wet weather tires at the track.
Like with a knife? Oh.
Well, they cut them in, yeah. The Dunlop or Bridgestone or Pirelli and Goodyear, they put them into because they didn't have as many soft types of tires, and the tread they just water groove the tread into the soft tires, and they were a lot better at getting rid of the water. And don't forget,
and they were better.
And it's not some guy going around. Oh, I think I'll do it. They had a specific pattern how to do it.
Oh, just
no,
like
it wasn't the old.
Oh, go on then. Hey, go on then. I mean, that's cool. That's cool, but that's so old technology. I'm talking. You know what I'm saying, though. Like they make all their own tires, right? Right.
Yeah.
And then they have levels of risky. Like, okay, this one's for a little bit of water, but honestly, it's pretty much a slick. And then others are like more aggressive versus, intermediate or it's canceled.
Yeah, can you imagine though if they turned around and said,
A man can
"We're
dream.
going to give you a less intermediate than an intermediate, and you can yourselves add, take out additional tread or put additional
Or leave
grooves
that
in it.
as is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it as is. Up to you guys." That would make it. You can't expect
Here's the
them to
thing.
make a tire.
Here's the thing.
They don't make their own engines.
They're never gonna do that because they'll just go, "Oh, that's not safe."
Yeah,
But the
but
problem
no,
is they don't use the wet tires.
no,
Period.
they have. But,
So
but maybe what
rather than going less intermediate, go more intermediate.
maybe what Red Bull had on their car was the
What's the
new
prototype
uh,
tire?
prototype rain tire. But I say it's not the same rain tire as last year they had on.
Interesting.
That's just a little bit of extra information because they've got nothing better to do during the day
Yeah, it must be nice being retired and not sick.
and not sick. Plus, I've got your mother
And a birthday to celebrate.
and a birthday to celebrate, and I should have taken pictures of it. She had boxes lined up of my presents, so it must have been about oh 2 foot high, 2 foot 6 high,
Mm-hmm.
6 presents.
Felt like a little kid, huh?
Yeah. The first box at the top, and I opened it, it had a present in that big with 3 little oil samples for a massage.
Okay.
It wouldn't do my arm, the bloody amount of oil that's in there.
That's mom's problem.
Yeah. The next was a hat, which says, "It's a Dave thing." The next present,
So that's gonna get worn once.
next present says, "T-shirt. It's a Dave thing, and only we know about it," with big white letters. The next one is another hat in a different color.
It's a
It's a
Dave.
Dave thing.
What the hell? That's so
And
random.
the last one was a night T-shirt. So the writing was in white, sorry, in black. It's a Dave thing, and only we know about it.
What do we know, Dad?
I said to her, "I don't like being called Dave. I'm David."
I don't want to wear these. It says Dave, not David. Dad just walks away.
She goes,
I don't like
"That's all
these.
the Chinese do."
What do we know? What does Dave know that we all know about it?
I'll
Does
wear one
mom
next
know
week.
that you know nothing?
I'll wear one next week, a T-shirt.
I think you wear it tonight with the hat on.
I'm
Go.
going to. I'm going to.
And then
Take me
like
out in it.
six straight. It's a Dave thing.
Oh, that'll embarrass your sister.
Oh, she's going too? Oh yeah, get
Yeah.
plastered. Get plastered, dude.
The last time we went there, it was for your mum's birthday, and 3 women came in, and they knew your mum and your sister, and they were drinking like fish, your mother and your sister.
Because you were
And I
driving.
went, because I was driving as usual, and I went, I'll get the bill. And these ladies have paid for the thing, meal and everything. It was nice. So you can't be bad about lesbians all the time.
Not even where my thought went, but that's funny too.
I'm going to be in terrible tonight. I can see.
Oh, I went down the same path of like, can't say that out loud. I was like, ooh, pump the brakes. Brain.
Anyway, we better call this to a close.
Yes, it's been a fun one.
I'm sorry, everyone, if they've gone off track a little bit at the end, but
I don't care.
we don't care.
You enjoyed it if you're still watching.
Subscribe, thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Turn the bloody thing off.